Munatina yet Talib support during the mayoral election.
Anyway, it was basically, I see it was tactical in a sense that having too many candidates in the then mayor, I was intending to run, but I feel that having too many would not have helped some of us in the opposition side. And two, I believe that a lot of ideas could have been shared with him so that the interest of KMC moving forward, so these are one of the most important things because definitely if you want to say, for me, if I tell you that I am backing you, I make sure I do 100% what I believe for you.
So you think Talib was more competent than Bakar at the time?
At this moment, yeah. And then the dynamics again. In politics, this is where now the opposition has to be very careful. I'm not advising Talib. Our opposition, 2021 or 2023 election for local government also. Although politics goes with dynamics and equations and calculus. And this is why we are calling our fellow oppositions, UDP, DOI, and all those things, GDC, the key ones, and the rest, to be careful. Because dynamics are a shift level, very, very complicated. Gambia, but it's a very complex when it comes to politics. I've worked virtually with most of these parties, let me tell you, without doubt. I've worked with the UDP, closer point, I was working sometimes chapters outside, I've worked with them, Mr. Dabo, back then in 2010, and so on and so forth. I've worked with DOI. What brought Barrow also, we contributed towards it. There's a lot of stories behind it which people don't know. If you ask what was happening in New York, Elder, and all those things today, they will tell you. I can say that most of them today, and not maybe few will say that, but most of them who were today with him were not there back then. Some of were there even against him. I can tell you how things were. But yeah, I've dived deep into politics. GDC, you remember, the Kande effect, non-alliance, also the GDC, APRC, the other side, and all those things. So in general, we have seen, but most importantly is the other side that I am with, which is trying to have movements, trying to also be under the activist side, to educate in politics. That is my role. As I say, my challenge in life is to have what they call ethical politics, but healthy one for you guys tomorrow. We will all be retiring. We may want to see another Bantaba where young people will be debating, and so let them not fight. It's a competition of ideas, so let them not fight. So in essence, this is why. But the reason for that KMC election is that it was tactical, and we happened to come out of it. As I said, the calculus, the political equation, is very, very complex in Gambia. So, momi malong, inyanime hakilo tuala, you may make a grave mistake. Sometimes, X plus X, and what goes into after 2 X's or so. So you may miss 1 X, or you have to add the other X to get what you want. So, political bela in today's Itajan, you may want change, he may want to continue, and all those things. It's everybody's rights and views. But nyantang hakilo tulale. And then the world also moving. Political hakili kuole beje. You may be faltering and all those things, but you have to think, it's dynamic. Where am I going? How am I going to get the other side? The voters, the silence mass, which is the most dangerous thing that you may have to think of. It's not about you, your party. Your party may have this thing. All parties, some people belongs to the party, but maybe Gambia, the equation is that almost 45%. Party ko you can follow in a seat wrong. We're sitting there.
And we'll get to this party thing. So after that election, you've been following Talib. And what is your relationship with him now?
There is nothing much. As I say, I feel that I traveled and I come. I feel that discussions have happened prior, but now I can just say there is a commission going on. The one, two, we have exchanged a lot of ideas prior to, but yalong fanang political, I don't want too much of, what will this thing. There is a commission going on. I have to sit back and see what is happening, and then I try to put a lot of ideas to him prior. I mean, whether he takes it is up to him. But as I say, definitely, anywhere I am, if I am consulted, I will come to you. If I'm not consulted, I hold myself. But as I say, I will also continue with my advocacy. That is also, and then also it's not about him. It is also about what is good for KMC and what is good
so
for
you
Gambia.
gave him ideas that he didn't take?
No, I mean, I gave him most of it, as I say, Buba, so
somebody idea.
well, if he listens to me or if he, I say, but as I say, Kujaman let discuss that. Because one thing I always tell him, you gotta live out of your box. You gotta go out of the box. You know, man, by the Local Government Act, man mayor fenko di as a mayor. Mayor is not an executive power. So it is fun leadership. It has to take you to some this thing, if you understand. I'm not saying competing with candidature, but leadership to deliver. Because if you mean people, don't wait for government. And I can tell you that local government is a problem because there is a distinction there. Government, central government, local government. But the pool of weight to go out and we want to do something. I'm depending on the collections of weight, tax or whatever. There are times that you have to go and do something. There are some times that you want, our situation to change down on the ground, on people's environment, or what impacts on people. So if you stay in a box, it is very difficult for him. So jail afternoon we see more, but as I say, what we see is just what we are seeing. I mean, definitely the situation so as this, they have a lot of challenges. The local government commission, you remember, I complained about it because I said that the timing of the local government commission, this current one, it was not good. It was few weeks before. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Local government elections. So many thought, politics has perception, very dangerous thing also you want to. So many thought that why, if Barrow was to run for presidency, and then I wait a month or two before, I said that I have to investigate the president and all. I said, let's wait until after the elections, then you make a massive this thing. However, we've seen a lot of revelations coming in. You know what I mean? We also have to sit back and watch the situation in short. Okay,
so we can say in short, yes, you supported Talib during that election, but you shared some ideas that were not, some points that were not implemented by the mayor. You are not 100% happy with, because you
definitely came. Our environments and what we expect more. It's not easy just to come and support Buba ICC around Kang. I want to see progress. I'm a man who believes that. That's why I say success stories in our ministries is very difficult. Buba, if I am responsible for the defense or I'm responsible for fisheries, I have to see how many thousands of people who. That's what makes this thing. I'm not, some of us, we don't want anything other. I have traveled, I've seen any minute going, but we'll be more outside. Here we are, even the institution of our fourth estate, I want to see taking up responsibility, challenging what is the freedom of information bill. Today you should be able to go to the interior minister, ask for this, ask for that. That's how governance works. Democracy, I won't tell a minister, what tomorrow the forced protest and so on, I'll be 3 years job now. We have to by force them because we fought for it. They have to come out and protest, allow them. Because that's what we were crying for. So until we left them more life, you go forward. This is our idea. The idea of democracy is not about, hey, Ngabuwa KJ wrong, so he sits as a president, Ngabula is Sino. The reason why some of us are sitting here is chocho, maybe, but sometimes a fault is happening within a certain ministry. He may call it out, we discuss it. So if government is aware, he can go. But again, people make very good judgment and common sense. How my problem is that if you can do 100 and you can get 10 wrong. That is not helping. There is a lot for him. Look at the state of our crimes, the security, and all those things. You know, as I say, I'm not saying discounting some of these things. They are trying to do good, but our country should be moving. So let's it's not the way to go.